Hi guys, I hope that we are all well and I'm very audible. Today, I want us to have a whole different conversation. And in this case, I want us to drift from what we've been doing all along. I know when you see Mwalimu at this point, of course, we expect us to talk about, of course, maybe custody and so on. But today, I just want us to have a drift of what we've been chatting about. Today's conversation, purely it is for us, young accountants, and what we should be ready for. Also for parents, if at all parents are watching this session, again, it is very, very ideal. So kindly, if at all you can keep yourself on that seat till we are through this conversation, then at the end of this conversation, then we'll have a greater chat. So today we are just drifting away from what we've been chatting about. And I want us to have a very simple, of course, engagement about young accountants and what we should be prepared for. So you'll find that me at times interacting with us guys, young accountants, there's something that I've come to realize, which it is important that I share with us. Because if at all you are not keen enough, I know probably it might hit us very hard and in a very negative perspective. So about this conversation today, and as I've mentioned, even if there are parents, of course, watching, these are very ideal for your young lads over there, probably who have a dream of doing, of course, accounts in future. So you realize that things are changing and literally they're changing very fast. What used to be done before, mostly in this industry of accounts, it is purely changing. And trust you me, it is changing very fast. So today, I want us to have this conversation about the soft skills that we should denote. And before these soft skills, probably, I want to ask us a question. Of course, you can answer on the engagement, what under engagement under the comment section, or maybe for those who wish to join this live session as you are talking now on Zoom, let me share this link so that you can join, of course, this conversation via Zoom directly. I've just attached, I've just shared the link on the chat, on the comment section there, which you can join, of course, this conversation. So this is as a result of the experience that I've been having. This week, we've been having, of course, a training. And one thing that I've come to realize, which I need to ask you guys, how many of you have mentors? How many of you have mentors? And what is the importance of you having a mentor, of course, in your career, not only in accounts, but anything that you're aspiring to do? What is the importance of you having a mentor? And another question is, do you have a mentor? I want to ask yourself that question. Do you really have a mentor in whatever that you normally tend to do? And if you don't have a mentor, why? And where are you heading? So there's something that majority of young lads, of course, the youth, they have literally neglected a lot. Aspect of having mentors. Because what a mentor will do, and of course, we have various forms of mentors, but if at all you get a very good mentor, what a mentor will do, he'll guide you on the right path because this person has been there. So, do you have a mentor? That's a question I'm asking us. Do you have a mentor? If you don't have a mentor, kindly think about it. A question that just asking yourselves. If at all you don't have a mentor, kindly think about it. It's a challenge that I'm throwing to you. If you don't have a mentor, think about it. So, talk about the soft skills. Understand that, of course, we've been created differently. And I also do understand that we have our own maybe traits. But again, for you to survive more so in this market, generally, regardless of the industry that you are in, not even in accounts. And that's why I've said that this is just an open conversation. And totally, I'm speaking from the experience that I've had. There's one skill that I'll majorly focus on. These interpersonal skills. Yeah, interpersonal skills. And I know on these interpersonal skills, a lot of you guys are victims. How and why am I saying that a lot of you guys are victims? You'll find a case, we've gone for a seminar somewhere, or maybe we've gone for a meeting somewhere, or even you're attending maybe a party somewhere, a professional party. And what you'll do, you'll always be on your phone. See, you'll always be on your phone without knowing the person who is beside you, without knowing, of course, the person who is in front of you. Literally, you've just isolated yourself. Meaning that you are not engaging with persons around you. This is a mistake that us as youth normally tend to make a lot. You've gone for an event somewhere, you've gone for maybe a seminar somewhere. Instead of you creating these networks, all that you're doing, you're literally on your phone. Without knowing probably the person sitting beside you, this person could be, of course, this person probably could have been used to create your destiny. As much as you believe God is a destiny maker, but remember, God uses who? God uses man, right? God will use a man to create your destiny. So you are in this event, you are in this seminar, and all that you're doing, you're just on phone without knowing the persons besides you. I know probably there could be so many reasons why you won't, or rather you don't want to maybe speak with the persons besides you, but that's a very grave mistake that a lot of young accountants, not even young accountants only, but youth normally tend to make. When you go for an event somewhere, the most important thing that you can do, if possible, put your phone first of all in your pocket and try to create links. Try to create network. You never know the person sitting beside you. You never know the position that this person is. And also you're doing about what? Constructive conversation, right? At times, conversation, of course, will always tend to start just like casual, but you never know, probably that was a person that God was using to create your line of maybe career. So kindly, when you're about interpersonal skills, we should try as much as possible to literally improve on this, because it is very key. And that's bringing us to that interpersonal skills. Try to always create relationship with persons around you. And these are constructive relationships. So next time when you are in that event somewhere, next time when you are in that seminar somewhere, don't isolate yourself. Don't isolate yourself. Try to create network. That will help you a lot. It has helped me before, and I know it will also help you, because one of my partners in some of the business that I'm doing, we just met in a seminar, and today for 5 years we've been partners. Assuming that he has a skill that I don't have. I'm having a skill that he doesn't have. So what we did, we created a partnership. Let us use both of our skills to create a business. You see, assuming that I just kept quiet in that event, I couldn't have created that network. So it is very important for us to learn how to improve, of course, our interpersonal skills. It will really help us a lot. Then the other key thing that we should be able to understand that things are changing very fast. And literally with technology, you just have to be, of course, tech savvy as you're speaking right now. These, as well as I've said, it is also for parents. If at all you're having a child somewhere, make sure that you guide them clearly, right? So There is this thing that is happening, like the mentality that has always been set that accounting is always about numbers. That's a lie. As much as it's part of it, but it is not just about numbers. It is more to do with numbers. Yeah, it is more to do with numbers. There's something that let me see if I really can get. I want to share with you this item. Of course, I found it somewhere, and it is a very interesting area. The brain of accountants, right? Let me just share if at all I can fetch it out so I can share with you so that you can relate. That's why I'm telling you guys, like in accounts, things are not just about numbers. It entails a lot. And you'll find that us being tech savvy, how will it help us? Right now, we read about cyber security. Cyber crimes have literally increased, and they are almost all over nowadays. Take, for example, this case that I can show you. I found it somewhere, and I know it might be interesting, of course, for us. I hope this is visible, right? The brain of an accountant, right? So we have, of course, hard skills, and we have the soft skills. So I know it is not very clear, but you can see how it works, right? So on the hard skills, now what you normally tend to go to school doing, in this case, we have taxation, data analytics, you have financial reporting, audit and assurance, accounting principles. This is what will guide you, and this is what you are training for. But there are things that you won't train in school or in college. You see, there's this aspect of adaptability. This is one of the soft skills that I'll also be talking about. There is aspect of problem solving. This is also another item that I'll also be talking about. Analytical thinking, this time management, this is a communication. Very key skills that you are not only having the accounting or hard skills, but you also possesses the soft skills, which can take you to places you've never seen before. See? So make sure that you know this, right? So we are on this tech savviness. You find that right now things are changing, and they are changing very, very fast. So how ready should we be, more so when we are to say that we need to prepare ourselves on matters to do with the technology? I remember, like, of course, this week we've been having a training to which we termed it as a career boost in accounts. We've been having training all through the week, and this training, of course, we termed it as a career boost in accounts. But I came to realize, like, majority of you accountants, young accountants mostly, and this also affects, of course, the accountants that have been there. There's this one thing that we are not good at, which is very sad. And I want you guys to take an opportunity on that aspect of analytical skills in terms of data analytics. That is the case. Remember, like, the roles are changing very fast. JP Morgan are coming in Kenya, right? And if at all you realize whatever they are really focusing on is the ability of you to analyze the data. Previously, we used to just prepare reports, but things have changed, and they have changed very drastically. In a sense that right now, you'll not only be required to draft these reports, but you'll also be required to analyze these reports. And that is where the aspects of data analytics will come in. So my question is, how good are you in data analytics? It doesn't matter the level that you are in of maybe your accounting career, but the most important question is, how good are you prepared? How good are you in data analytics? So these are some of the opportunities that we should always take advantage of. Right now, of course, you're reading about Power Business Intelligence. Trust me, guys, and actually you can mark this video, just pin it somewhere. In the next like 2 years, give it a max of 3 years. You as an accountant without the knowledge of Power Business Intelligence, you'll just be an obsolete accountant, right? In that, there's no task that you'll be doing without you having a knowledge of power business intelligence. That one is coming. And as I've said, if possible, pin this video and you're going to talk after maybe a year or so. Every job advertisement that you always see, or rather, every job advertisement that you always see, you'll find that at least they require you to have a knowledge of power business intelligence, or they require you to have a knowledge of data analytics, regardless which level that you are in accounts. So the other question is, how well are you prepared when it comes to matters to do with data analytics? Think about it. Just think about it. In this case, I'm throwing these questions for you just to do your self-audit and analyze yourself very clearly. Another soft skill that I also want to share with us, communication skills. Yes, communication skills. How many of you today can stand before a crowd, professional crowd, and give a speech very effectively? How many of you can stand today and do presentation on the board of directors without hesitating? How many of us can do that? How many of you can just present a data maybe to other stakeholders without hesitating? How many of us can do that? So you'll find that communication skills, as I've said earlier on, accounting today is not just about numbers. Accounting today is not just about numbers. So you'll find that communication skill is one of the most important skills that you should always tend to have. Because at this point, it will help you to have that ability, of course, to explain complex financial concepts, maybe in simple terms to non-financial stakeholders, because not everyone understands their financing or rather finance terms. In this case, it will enable you to write a very clear and concise reports and emails. If I may ask today, if at all you're given a report to draft on email, how many of us can do this report clearly without, yes, as much as ChatGPT is there to help us a bit, but without relying 100% on ChatGPT? How many of us can do this? You want to draft a professional email. You want to send this email maybe to different stakeholders. Yeah, how many of us can do this effectively without relying on other sources, whereby you use your knowledge to analyze whatever that you want to report and set it in play? How many of us can do this? This is about communication skill. Communication skill is one thing that will differentiate you from the rest. In a group of people, there's always that one person or two people who can stand and communicate on behalf of the team. Why? As much as probably they're not leaders of the team, but you'll find that they'll be given that chance to communicate. Why? Because they have skills that probably not any other person can have. And this is communication skills. Yes, today I'm going deep into all this so that at least we should be able to open our mind clearly. We should be able to open our mind wide and have this conversation right now before it is too late. It is important, yes, for us to have these skills. So another skill that you should possess right now as a young accountant is communication skill. And that's why many a times, so on this side, we don't have a lot of maybe aspect of public speaking classes, but trust you me, if you get a chance to attend a public speaking class, as much as you might say that it is not relating to accounts, kindly take that advantage. And of course, in the future, you're thinking about coming up with these public speaking classes. But for now, if you get a chance to attend a public speaking class, kindly take advantage of that. It will put you in a position that your peers are not. It's very ideal. It's very important. So think about it. Think about it. It will help us a lot. So Other soft skills that maybe we can always talk about are where we are sitting today. It is adaptability. Adaptability. In this case, I'm going to state from the experience that I'm having. In my businesses and part of the things that we are doing, we have team members who are doing tasks that they've never trained for. We have team members in our team who are doing the tasks that they have never trained for. Like the team that I'm managing of more than, I'm having a team of almost 21 people. This team of 21 people, out of these 21, you'll find that we have like almost like 5 people in the team that whatever they are doing, they didn't study for that. Today you'll be like, I must get an accounting job. It is good because that is what you train for. But how good can you adapt when other things comes in play? I'm having 5 people in our team. Out of the 21 people, we have 5 people who are literally doing something that, in this case, they have never done what? They have never gone to study in school. Yeah? They're doing things that they never studied in school, and you'll be like, and they're perfect on it. They are perfect on these things that they're doing. They've never studied this in school. Is it because that we made a wrong choice of maybe picking these guys with different career to give them the task that you're doing, which they've never studied? No. It is because these people, they knew this secret early. And in this case, what they did, they made sure that they are perfected on the short skills available. They made sure that they are perfected on the short skills available. These short courses that you normally tend to say that I'm going to do after I'm done with schools, you might regret later on. You'd be like, I'm going to do these short courses after I'm done with my college, after I'm done with my uni. I'm going to do this short course probably later on in the future. If you have a chance, if you have a resources, because at the end of the day, anyway, every item of learning is always an investment. And that's why you normally tend to say, number one, you learn. After you learn, you remove that L so that you do what? You earn. You see, you learn, first of all, and this learning, there's an investment that you're going to put, right? So after you've learned, remove that L and you start to do what? You start earning. You see? So there is short courses that you guys many a times is so sad that you normally tend to take for granted, but they are very important. These short courses, more so you can take advantage. We are in, of course, for those who are watching us in a majority, of course, are in Africa. These are young things like we are kind of in a young position. We're trying to grow, so you can take advantage of this right now. There is short courses that you normally tend to talk about, and these short courses that you normally tend to talk about majorly, like for example, we have, of course, the aspect of Power Business Intelligence. We have the aspect of Advanced Excel. We have the aspect of Financial Technology. All these are the short courses which can literally put us in a position that not many of us are in. So kindly don't neglect these short courses available. Try to take advantage of them. Like for, of course, what you're doing like in Mdarasa, we have various short courses which you can take an advantage of. And the beauty part is that it is not going to limit your time. You can train these courses anytime that you wish, anywhere that you are, because of advantage of technology. These are pre-recorded versions. Go to the site. After we go to the site, in this case, you just subscribe for the same, because as I've mentioned, this learning process is an investment that you're making. Get access to these courses. Train yourself as much as you can. Of course, at the end of the day, you'll be granted a certificate of the same. With this short course, can literally take you places you've never imagined before. So take advantage of that. Adaptability. Don't be like, just because I've studied accounts, this is where I must be. No, it shouldn't be like that. Try to be an open-minded person. And trust me, as at the end of the day, you're going to smile. Yeah, you're going to smile. So make sure that you are adapting to the changes that are happening in the industry, and they will help you a lot. Let me talk of one more skill probably before I end this session. There is skill that we normally refer to as critical thinking and problem solving skills. See, critical thinking. And I know you'll be like, how can we study critical thinking? This is not just a matter of studying. This is a matter of you now being guided. And that's why I started by asking us, how many of you do have mentors? I started by asking that question. How many of you do have mentors? You realize that probably very few do have mentors. So it is important and always very important for us to have mentors. If at all we have mentors, you realize that they'll be guiding us on some of these cases. Like when you're talking about critical thinking, how can you teach a person to have a critical thinking? This is not something that you're going to go in class and maybe have this being taught of how to think critically. No, it doesn't work like that. You see? So this is where you need a mentor. Problem solving skills, of course, will come through what? Will come through experience. Problem solving will come through experience. And where are you going to get this experience? Of course, having a person who will be able to guide you on the right track. So young accountants, I know at this point, I know today I've just gone deep. I know today I've gone to areas that you never wanted us to go, but that is the reality of things. Where we are today, where we are now, things have literally changed. So the question that I'm leaving you guys with, number one, do you have a mentor? Number two, are you that one person, if you go to an event or if you go to a seminar, you're always on phone without not trying to know who is besides you? Are you that person? Number three question I'm leaving you guys with. How good are you in data analytics? How good are you in power business intelligence, the future of accounting? How good are you on this? So these are some of the questions that I'm leaving you guys with. Try to think about it. And if at all you follow these steps that Mwalimu was guided us, I'm very sure you return to say thank you. As I've said today, we had to drift from our normal conversation and we dig deep into what we need to understand. Probably there could be someone with a question. I'm here to answer that question. Yeah, you can see on the comment section, Penami, yeah, you're making a sense. Sincerely, accounting sector is changing. Very true. Yeah, it's changing very fast. I can agree, of course, with Penami. It is changing very fast. For those who have joined, let me check if at all there is anyone who has joined the session here. I can see Simon has joined us on Zoom. As I'd mentioned, there's a Zoom comment that I had. There's a Zoom comment, or rather the Zoom link that I've attached on the session there. You can take advantage and join direct conversation. If at all you're having a question, kindly ask that question right now. I'm here to help us. We are young accountants, of course. We're young accountants. So I'm here to guide you guys. Simon, because you're the only one who has seen you join, of course, the session. Any question that you wish to ask?
Okay.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mwalimu, for the opportunity. I think it's a nice a session for us to learn, and as per now, I think young accountant, what we encounter is that we are not equipped with enough skill, or we lack the skills that we need so that we can thrive. So Malim, as I know, I've been following you, and you have some positive information for us. So as a young accountant, you have talked about maybe some people knowing about these softwares, and also about tax matters to do with taxation. So if maybe one wants to start, where he or she can start so that he can become what he want to become. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for that question, Simon. Thank you for that question. Yeah, I'm answering that case right now. Any other question? As I've said, like you guys can join. There's a link that I've shared on the comment section. You can just use that link to join the live session that you're having right now on Zoom. And of course, you can ask your question just as Simon has asked, or if at all, you can also ask your question on the comment section there. Yeah, Catherine, she's asking, how can I learn analytics? Catherine, I'm going to answer you right now on that. So first of all, let us start with the question that Simon has asked. In this case, you need the skills, which is very important. Some of maybe some of you you're still in college. Some of you probably you're just done with the college. So the question that main question that Simon has asked, where do we start? So first of all, at this point, I'll want to challenge Simon, because it's your question. I'll also want to challenge everyone, of course, watching this, those who are in YouTube as well. You'll find that professionally, one mistake that I've come to realize, and this is as a result of so many interviews that I've done with young accountants and, of course, young professionals in various fields. At this point, you'll find that you'll apply to work as a volunteer somewhere just to gain the skill. You see, in this case, I'm assuming you don't have any skill at all, is when you want to start gaining this skill. You see, so you will apply to work as a volunteer somewhere. And you'll be like, even that volunteering task, you're not getting an opportunity. Then you'll be like, my village people have done that thing. No, it is not your village people. So talking from the experience that I've had, more so with not all, but majority of them, this is a mistake that you guys normally tend to do. You'll find that when you are training accounts, of course, and kindly mark this word very well, I'm not insinuating that you should not study for yourself, but listen to this very well. Listen to this very carefully. You get a person, even this person, yes, he has attended a college, or maybe this person has been doing the self-study. More so when you're talking about professional, because ACCA, you can study for your own, CPA, you can study for your own. But what the mistake that a lot of you normally tend to do is you are always exam focused. Exam focused, I mean, whatever, or when you are studying, in this case, you're not there for knowledge. Majority, sad to say, and I'm just speaking the fact in reality, sad to say, majority of you who are doing these professional courses, as much as it is important to look at exam, but many of you normally tend to neglect knowledge. Many of you normally tend to neglect knowledge. So, Simon, assuming you are an employer, okay? You want to give a chance to this individual. This person has come, he has shared his CV, he has shared his CV, or she has shared his CV. You know very well that this person doesn't have any experience. And that's why this person is volunteering to work. So this person will come to your office. You'll conduct an interview. In mind that this person doesn't have a skill. This person doesn't have experience, because he or she is when starting. So what I am expecting you to have as an employer is knowledge. What I'm expecting you to have as an employer is I'm expecting you to have knowledge. So you've come to the office to do an interview. Then, Simon, I'm asking you a basic question that I am expecting you have learned in school. Say a very simple question of double entry. Maybe you've applied for a position of financial or maybe an intern in finance. I'll ask you a very question. In this case, if I have purchased an item, say like furniture, which account should I debit and which account should I credit? Simon, I want us to be honest. Is this question requires any skill, or does it require any experience?
No.
Yeah?
No.
It doesn't require any skill or any experience. But your end, you fail, or in this case, you want to start scratching your head. You've told me that you are in intermediate level. You've told me that you're done with your CPA. But here I am engaging you. I ask you a question that I'm having a furniture. So which account will I debit and which account will I credit? Then you fail to answer this question. Then again, I go to the next question. Remember, all these are knowledge questions. I ask you, Simon, I am withdrawing my cash from the bank account to my cash book, or rather to the petty cash. Which account should I debit and which account should I credit? I know very well you don't have skills or experience, and that's why you've applied to volunteer. But you fail to answer that question. Simon, you are an employer. Which impression will be in your mind with this person who has come for that interview?
I think there's a big problem because when the person is not able to know the basic things, then it's hard. But you can just give him a chance so that he can try. But in real sense, there's a big problem. He has a long way to go. Thank you.
Great. He has a very big problem. Because number one, at this point, I am expecting you to have learned this in school. And that's why you are coming to my office to get skill and experience. So, you know, my perception as an employer would be, even if I want to help you, right? Even if I want to help you, I'm going to reason, number one, I'm going to waste a lot of resources on you. Why? My team will waste a lot of time. Remember, time is also a very scarce resource. My team will waste a lot of time to try to give you knowledge that I'm expecting you to have gotten in school. So first of all, I'm going to shy off. Probably, I'll tell you like, at this point, go, I'm going to call you. But in reality, we already have noted that there is an issue. Even if I wanted to give this person a chance, but this person has this limitation, the knowledge base. Because majority of young accountants today, just to say reality and wanasema wacha niseme nitoke. In this case, you'll find that this person was focusing majorly on exams, to pass exam, but not with that knowledge. And that's why many times you'll wonder, why is it that you have this person who is probably in the lower level of accounts, but this person has an opportunity. But you, maybe you have, of course, you've cleared with your CPA, you're having your degree somewhere. In this case, probably you're not getting this opportunity. It is not because that you're a fool. It is not because that you're maybe you're just the term that I normally use. It's not because you're Dwanzi, right? Not really. It is because you didn't get it right, obtaining the knowledge first. So another aspect that you can look at it, you'll find that you have your degree, you have your CPA, you've applied to a position. The same question, probably, this now not volunteering. You've applied for a position. And I mentioned probably I just need what? You to be proficient in QuickBooks and probably an advanced Excel. So you've come to an interview. You have quoted that I need to pay you, say, like 80,000 shillings per month. I need to pay you 80,000 shillings per month. You've come to an interview. I saw your CV. It was very good in this case. You had a bit of experience, whatever that you said in your CV. So I'm inviting you to an interview. Then I engage you on these basic concepts and you can't answer. Imagine if at all you had quoted 70,000. Yes, I wish to absorb you, but I'm not going to give you whatever that you had requested. I'm going to give you a salary of, say, like even that 20,000 or 25,000 or so, or maybe even 15,000, taking you as an intern, because this skill you don't have, and I wouldn't want to leave you at that point, regardless of that CPA that you have cleared, and of course the degree that you have. At this point, I won't risk, because I'm going to reason that I'm going to waste a lot of resources again to train you. I'm going to waste a lot of resources to train you to be where I want you to be. And in this case, I'm going to give this amount simply just do it to assist you to boost your career. So on your question, Simon, at this point, where are we supposed to start? Number one, we are supposed to start by changing our mindset when studying. At this point, through the training, regardless of whether you are doing it on your own or regardless of if you are going to college, change your mindset by starting focusing on knowledge and not exams. Once you are focused on knowledge, the way I was talking about these short courses, we have this aspect of VAT. A lot of taxpayers now with this regime, of course, this regime has actually created a lot of opportunity for accountants. Every business will always or are always required to comply. There is aspect of e-teams. There is aspect of the payroll taxes, SHIF, there is aspect of pay. You'll find that where you're going to start, once you made an investment on these short courses, start with your friends, start with your family members, start with your colleagues. You have a knowledge of filing returns. You have a knowledge of advanced Excel. You have a knowledge of bookkeeping. You can approach your friend. You can approach your family member who has a business. And again, tusikue na tamaa sana. We should not be that very greedy. You see the approach that you're going to use? Approach your friend or approach that family member. Ask this person, request for an opportunity to be doing for him or her, say, like component of VAT, say, like component of pay. Don't be that greedy. You can just charge even 5,000 if at all the job is not that huge. You can charge a very minimal amount, like maybe 5K for VAT, if at all he doesn't have a lot of transaction. But because if at all he has a lot of transaction, then of course you can always argue. But of course, first of all, you're approaching who? You're approaching these small clients. They don't have a lot of transaction. For VAT, tell this person that you're charging 5,000 because you've obtained that knowledge. You're very confident. And mark you me, you're not yet done with your studies. You've just obtained what? These short courses, knowledge and skills. Go to maybe payroll taxes. Payroll taxes, pay, VAT, and the rest. Charge this person maybe like, say, another 7,000 or so. This is like 12,000 you're charging this person. And trust me, if I told you you're doing a good job, they'll basically give you the task. For 1 month, you can start for free. Offer that task purely for free. After that case, charge this person probably the next month. This is just a friend, a family friend, or maybe your family member. You're charging this person 12,000, make it like 10,000. You are gaining skills. And that's where, again, the component of mentor will come in. Do you have a mentor? So that in the event that you want to ask, or in the event that you're making a mistake, you can run to this mentor and tell this person that I was trying to do this, but I'm getting a challenge. Can you help me here and there? Give this person a quality job, Simon. You're charging this person 10,000. Try as much as possible, and they are there, by the way. Get like 3 persons. These are just from your family members, or maybe just some friends. You've not even marketed yourself outside. Family members and friends. Charge like 10K for these 3, or maybe go ahead and jiskume, push yourself. Get like 5 persons. It is very easy. These are from your family members and friends. And you're charging each person, say like 10,000. Haujakuwa greedy sana because you're starting. Simon, we are talking about 50,000 per month. And this task, you've not dedicated all your time there because you are earning, or rather you want to earn as you're gaining more skills, and you have a mentor who is guiding you. This is the best point that you can always tend to start from. This is the best point that you can always tend to start from. For me, I used this idea, and sad to say, like for me, I got it as advanced as at some point. You guys are advantageous because you're getting this knowledge now. So Simon, if I was to answer your question, that is the process where you can start to gain skills. So that next time when you apply for maybe a better position, you can confidently say that you have this skill and knowledge. I don't know if I've answered your question, Simon, and I've tried to be very elaborate as much as I can. Is your question answered? Have I given you a trick?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. So that is how you can, that's where you can start. Remember, from none or zero knowledge or zero skill, but through a mentor and pia wewe kujituma, you'll find that as at the end of the day, you're going to earn that very well. I believe I've given you guys some tricks. Don't be greedy. Use your friends, use your family members. It will really help. I need another question. I can see like Catherine Kinyanjui has just, of course, posted on the comment section. Catherine, she's asking, like, Catherine here, she has asked a question. How can I learn analytics? Okay, so this is a very easy way that you can always do, or you can always go about it. Like on one of the business that we have, which is Mdarasa, we have such provision that we provided. And let me just guide you very fast so that you can see how you can always go about it. If at all today, Catherine, you take a chance and just go to our site. Let me just have it here so that you can be able to view it. Imagine these courses are there. Maybe we can also blame ourselves. Maybe we've not marketed the same so much so that guys could have an idea of the same. If you go to your browser, then just search app.mdarasa.com. app.mdarasa.com, right? If you go to this case, search app.mdarasa.com. For first timers, of course, you'll be required to create an account. So just create an account here. Come and fill in all these details. Come and fill in all these details. So after filling in all the details, you can always log in. You can always log in. So that at this point, I'll just log in here. Just log in, okay? So on logging in, I want to show you guys some of these short courses I'm telling you that we are talking about. They are there, they are available. They are available. See, this aspect of power business intelligence. As I've told you, this is something that is going to change the industry completely. This is something that's going to change the industry completely. Power business intelligence. Of course, there's an investment that you have to make, whereby we have the power business intelligence basic, and you have the intermediate part. This is an investment that you have to make. And of course, for those who are watching this and you are interested, of course, you can always call and we can reach an agreement. You can compromise to give you, because you're saying you're starting, you can always compromise, at least to give you a fair price. This other bit that you're referring to Excel. Excel, remember, we have what? We have basic Excel and we have advanced Excel. These courses are there. We have another course here that you're referring to it as what? QuickBooks. Imagine for QuickBooks, you get plus the installation software. You get plus the installation software. We can come get started, of course. We have this case here. At the same time, we have these other courses like, talk about, we have this other course like taxation. Tax, it is wide, right? We have the payroll taxes, all these components of taxes that are available, which of course is an investment that you can do. Of course, at the same time, when it comes to analytics, so we have pressed it under, of course, CPA, but you'll find that this area to do with business data analytics. The way we design it, it is not only for CPA students, but rather it is for you to obtain this knowledge, which you can go deep and look at all concepts of analytics. So at this point, we have all these courses available. This is just one of the sites, and these are our site, of course, the one that I'm showing you. So I know there are so many other sites that you can get which have these courses to do with business data analytics, financial modeling. You can take advantage because we have this conversation. You can take advantage and maybe try the one that you have, whereby you just go and do app.mdarasa.com. We have these chances which you can always take advantage of. So, Kath, I believe I've answered your question. There are so many ways that you can always do this. And the beauty part is that these are self-paced courses. You don't need to maybe have a specific time to study. It is literally you to control your own timing. It's literally you to control your own timing. Catherine, I believe I've given you a link and a clue on how you can get the same. Great. Any other question, guys? Any other question? As we say today, we just want to be very open. And today is a day to tell each other truth, right? And the best way that you can always tend to take. Yeah, so of course, if at all you don't have any other question, this is what I want to tell you guys. I've left you this question. Ask yourself these questions and try to put yourself in the position that you are today. If at all you can manage to answer these questions and use the tips that I've shared with you, as at the end of the day, I know all of us will be very happy. I know all of us will be very happy. So try as much as possible to make sure that at least you have improved on your soft skills. At this point, guys, I just want to thank you so much for attending the session. As we said, today, in this case, we are supposed to, or rather we are drifting away. We are drifting away from our normal conversation. And if you watched us from the start, I know there are so many insights that you've gotten. In the event that you want to reach us at any given point in time, you can always reach us on the number indicated 0708 068 851. You can always reach us out anytime, and you can always get in touch with us. Catherine, yes, financial modeling, it is still on the same platform. Kindly just check it out. You'll get also financial modeling on the same platform. So at this point, guys, thank you so much. And I hope you're going to take these instructions that I've guided you guys. Thank you. And of course, see you in our next time. See you in our next sessions, of course. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Simon, hopefully you've learned. See you in our next segment.
Thank you, Malim. Thank you.
Okay.